Sit down, shut up, and pay attention.
Damn!
This is the Rants of Izzo Show with your host, Dominick Izzo, from porn to politics. We touch every third rail we can find. You might want to put your headphones on so your mom can't hear this. It's been called the most entertaining 60 minutes on the internet, and it starts now. Let's do this.
All right, good evening, kids. This is the Rants of Izzo. It's a special edition on Thursdays. We do small American businesses, right? We want to feature those people out there who we all talk about during the day. Go, hey, we're going to support small business. Are you really? Really? You're going to support small business when we do this. So this is every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, and do the rest of the Google searches for your time slot. We feature small businesses throughout the nation, and it's just having a conversation about who they are, what they do, because I started this because I got real sick and tired of the garbage online where people were like, we got to support American businesses, small business, and nobody does. Well, I'm sure they do, but the consensus is, no, we're going to keep shopping at Amazon and Target and all this other stuff and complain about it in the process when there are tons of entrepreneurs that need our help. So if you have a business, I do not care if it's brick and mortar. I don't care if it's virtual. I don't care if you make sweaters for cats in the Midwest or you sell pictures of your feet. I don't care. I want to have you on, have a conversation with you, share your passion for your product, get you in front of our audience, and just promote you. That's the whole point of this. So if you do have a business you want featured, get a hold of me directly. My number is public and it's available. 708-982-0974. That's 708-982-0974. Send me a text. Say, hey, Izzo, I want to have a conversation about my business, and let's do it. This week, today, we are featuring Amala Thorne. God, you and I have had great conversations over the last several days about your business, your product. You sent me some stuff, which I've been using. It's amazing. You're the owner of Island Turmeric, therapeutic turmeric skincare. And we got connected by a mutual friend. And I said, I want to connect with people that you know who are in our industry, entrepreneur. And she connected me with you. We had a fantastic conversation, and we speak and we share this passion for wellness and bettering the human condition. And it just happens that your business does that in organic, natural products that you make. So number one, thanks for taking the time out to talk today. I want to talk all about your business. Give us the 360-degree view of who Amala Thorne is and what is Island Turmeric.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Amala Thorne, originally from Texas. I'm just joking. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, but I live in Texas. So Trinidad and Tobago is a tiny island located in the Caribbean, kind of close to Venezuela. I kind of started my my skincare journey back home because it's just a natural part of my culture, our culture. We live a different lifestyle compared to, dietary, as well as things that we put on our skin compared to the American lifestyle. So this originated from just secret family recipes, culture, tradition, and that's how it all started.
When did you move to the United States?
I moved to the US about 12 years ago.
Did you have any experience? Because I'm so ignorant. I don't go anywhere. I don't leave the country. I barely leave my state. When you were in your teens and 20s before you moved here, did you have any experience with Americans or American way of life at all?
Yes. So, since I was practically a baby, before I could even remember myself, my mom, parents would travel with me to the US. So I would, because I have family who live here as well, even before I started living in the US. So we would travel back and forth every 3 years, every 2 years. So yes.
What was your thoughts about Americans? Because I'm more specifically, I stay away from the pompous, arrogant, self-entitled type of people that we know we are. But I want to know about health-wise. Are we How much different are Americans than your part of the world or other parts of the world that you're familiar with? And is there a difference between Western health and wellness, and then you're in the Western Hemisphere, but Eastern or whatever else what was your initial thought process when you're like, man, compared to where I come from, Americans are, and then insert whatever you think?
As far as back as I can remember myself, America, which I would usually go to New York. So New York was more hustle and bustle. I mean, it was exciting. It was fun, because I didn't live here. It was so different, the whole transportation system, everything was faster. So that was fun. It was exciting to me. I loved America. To me, like in terms of the food, I think when we came over here, even on vacation, we would choose kind of gravitate towards foods that we were familiar with, but also American foods as well. I guess when I was a child, what I recognized was there was a lot of convenience, like fast food. People ate out a lot. So like back then, like to have McDonald's and all those things, it was really exciting for me, actually. At that point in time, I wasn't thinking about, if you have too much of this, like the pros and cons, but it was just an exciting experience back then.
Did it do anything to you, or did you get I was a fast food junkie very much. I'm 49 years old, and every time, like specifically for the last 3 weeks, it's not that long of a time, but for the last 3 weeks, I've been extremely vigilant and very disciplined about my diet. And I know that if I were to have fast food, I would instantly get sick. When you eat it all the time, like I did for a good portion of my life, you never notice how bad you feel because you're feeling bad all the time.
All the time. It's like normal.
Yeah. Did you have any experience? Like, I'll give you an example. I don't know what the cuisine is of Trinidad, but I know that, like, for some people who think that Italian food from America is legitimate Italian food. And I've never been to Italy, but I have friends and family who have been, and it's not the same. They don't have these heavy, drenched in gravy pasta dishes with all this cheese and carbs. They have food out there that's different, but did you experience like Americanized Trinidad cuisine and go, oh no, this is not it, and feel like you're being just poisoned by what we eat?
Well, not until I started really living here, because when I came on vacation, it was just like maybe for 4 weeks. So I didn't feel like I stayed long enough to really experience certain things, especially health-wise. I mean, I did notice, when it came to like compared to a 30-year-old in Trinidad, compared to a 30-year-old here, or even a teenager here seems to be more developed, like even hormonally developed. When you're talking about females, if you put a 14-year-old person from Trinidad compared to here, and my theory is, a lot of the meats, there are a lot of hormones, and it's their diet, and people tend to look way more younger and in much better health in the Caribbean, because our diet consists of a lot of we cook with a lot of herbs, spices, seasoning, a lot of fresh produce. It's actually a multicultural, multi-ethnic society. So half our population is East Indian from India, and the other half is African from Africa, from since the days of slavery. And the rest, probably like 10 to 15%, it's mixed. You have East Indian Africans, mixed, or we have Asians, we have a mixture. So it's multicultural, multi-ethnic society, multi-religion, so it's kind of like a fusion of food. So we have Creole food, we have East Indian food, but the Indian food back home is not like the Indian food you'll find in India or anywhere else. It kind of has a Caribbean flair. We cook with like the oils we use coconut oil, because coconut oil naturally we have a lot of coconut trees there, which now in modern day, presently, you're hearing so many good things about coconut oil. But back then, when I was younger, they used to say coconut oil is bad. You know, coconut oil comes from a third world country. It's bad. Don't use coconut oil. And, you know, it was just a marketing tactic to say, well, you know, use canola oil or all these other processed oils, and made people feel like, you know, it was so much better than coconut oil, right? You know, we consume a lot of seafood, sea moss, ground provisions, which is so much better than, you know, flour. Those are complex starches. So it's quite different. Fresh fruits, fresh tropical fruits. Something that really stood out to me is that when it comes to the American diet, it's not, they don't teach you how to clean your blood. So back home, we call it either a purge, which is a clean out, or a detox. Another word for it is a detox. So every 1 to 3 months, you would get some kind of herbal mixture from your mom or your grandma, where you had to drink it as a child, whether it tastes good or not, or whether you like it or not. You had to drink it in order to take a clean out, so to cleanse your blood, right? You know, I tell people over here, you know, you shower, you clean your body, you clean your home, you clean your countertops, but you don't clean your blood. So a lot of times, you know, people end up with a lot of inflammation, and inflammation is just a buildup of toxins. Like, it's just toxic overload. And then that turns into cancers, skin conditions like psoriasis, eczema, acne, you know, whatever is in your blood, you know, it shows up on your skin. It affects how you feel. You know, like you say, you know, you would usually eat fast food and you would feel it, right? Sometimes people feel achy, you know, it even affects your weight. It affects your mood. You know, it affects everything.
It blows me away because our skin is the largest organ that we have in our body. And I've heard similar, I regurgitate what I hear from people that I trust and believe in. And I have a woman I work with who's a registered dietitian and nutritionalist. And she talks about, I'm going to paraphrase this because I don't want to get this wrong. Our DNA, it turns over, recycles. I'm going to screw this up. Like every 90 days, what you're saying about that 3-month mark. So that fits inside of what you're talking about with the blood recycling, if you will, of cleaning it out. You and I had a conversation, and it started on coconut oil, and that led down this. I mean, we were on the phone for an hour talking about all
Probably
the types
more than
of,
an hour.
yeah, all the nutrition aspects of it. Start there. So just for the sake of, actually, let's start with turmeric, because that's what your company is based off of, Island Turmeric.
Yes.
So Americans like to think that we can keep our lifestyle, keep our diet, and if we do this one thing, like we'll take turmeric pills, we're going to be okay. You and I got on this very big conversation of synergistic effects of, well, add in this plus this, do this plus this, plus you need to get moving more, you need to wind up changing your diet, a big synergistic effect. How hard is it for people? We'll use me as an example, right? 49 years old, half of my life is done already. Let's say, for argument's sake, that I've ruined my health in the first 49 years. If I was serious about getting very healthy for the next 40 years of my life, am I able to do that with lifestyle, diet, and supplementation change? Or is it's a lost cause? And I know your answer is going to be no, it is. But what is the necessary path, steps, outlook? I know there's no cookie cutter and everybody's different, but how do you start with people who are like, Amala, I got to change. I'm unhealthy. I feel miserable. I'm fat. I'm inflamed. I'm depressed. When they come to you, what are the stages that you break down to look at an individual person's path?
I mean, it depends on the individual. Like, some people are very highly motivated. Like, you know, they'll say, yes, I'm all in. Where, you know, they could take it a step further compared to some people. So it's like, for me, I would just meet you where you're at. You know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, just be honest. So, you know, even if it's let's say it's somebody who, it's difficult for them to change their diet and lifestyle. Like I told you, just baby steps. Just start off with one thing. Even if you say, okay, I'm going to start drinking some turmeric tea, or I'm going to start consuming turmeric, or I'm going to start doing some water and lemon, just start with one thing. And, it's like baby steps. It's like learning to walk, right? So just so that you don't feel overwhelmed and you don't say, okay, this is too hard. You don't give up. It's just kind of like a baby learning to walk, just one foot in front of the other, and then you just, with time, you just, pile it up. So, you could start off with, juicing with teas. And the thing about it is, like, within a couple of days, sometimes you actually feel, if you pay attention to your body, like if you're achy, you actually feel a difference, so, teas, drinking more water, probably juicing. And sometimes too, it depends on what the issue is. That is where I would guide somebody, whether, no, I'm not a doctor, I kind of go the whole natural or naturopathic path. But it just depends on what's going on with somebody. I could do baby steps. So if you're ready to really jump in, hey, I could be there too, and I could recommend some stuff.
What is turmeric? Let's start there, because Island Turmeric is your business, your company, islandturmeric.com. We're looking at it on the screen here. What is turmeric?
Yes.
I've heard that before. I remember about 10 years ago, I heard turmeric is the rage, and people were suggesting to drink turmeric tea, and it was honey, heavy cream, and turmeric, and I just went out to the store and I grabbed whatever was on the spice rack there, and I'm sure I grabbed processed garbage. But I did it for like 2 days, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. What is this? So what is turmeric?
So turmeric is it's a spice. It's a rhizome, so it comes from the ground, right? It's a plant, a root. Turmeric is a root. So you say turmeric root. The easiest thing I could compare it to that everyone knows about is ginger. So it looks like ginger, but it's a golden, rich yellow color. And I wish because I actually have piece that I could break and show you. Because usually I, to be honest, I do have some turmeric. I do have turmeric powder, but I always try to have the raw turmeric roots. You could cook with it. You could make teas. You could juice it. I usually juice it with ginger, pineapple, turmeric, cucumbers, and it's very tasty. It's very potent, very, very strong. I don't know if you mind me. I could move with the camera. Would that be too much? So
No,
I could
you do
get
whatever you
peace
want.
and show you.
Every culture, It blows me away. Every culture seems to have their like miracle thing. It's like Italians, we have garlic, right? Garlic on everything, garlic cloves. That's the cure all for being sick. And so you and I also had the conversation that all of our natural remedies for health, wellness, even mental health they were available to us, but we've polluted the soil so bad that we're never going to have that potency that was available to us centuries ago.
Yeah. So I always say every region, every country, culture has like that master plant that originates from there. It could be a different plant, but it kind of has some of the same properties, similar or same properties, but also different. That's good for our bodies. I believe that God put a plan to heal and cure any and every ailment on the face of this earth. Let me show you quick. Yeah. So it's like this. It looks like ginger.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
This one isn't as this turmeric is actually from Hawaii.
Okay.
So preferably I always like to get turmeric from like a tropical climate. There's a black turmeric, there's white turmeric, and there's actually yellow turmeric. I strictly use the yellow turmeric, but what turmeric does, it helps your body to release inflammation. So basically, it's like a key that unlocks inflammation in your muscles, tissues, nerves, your bloodstream, and it helps your body to flush it out. So when you have that flushing out of inflammation, you're relieving pain. So a lot of people who suffer with rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, eczema, acne, turmeric is very good for that. It's all inflammation based. And as I said earlier, the inflammation is a lot of built up, it's toxic overload. You know, it's like everything is backed up in there. You know, it's like you overload in a computer system, it'll start to smoke. You know, things might catch a fire. That's what happens in our body, right? So the turmeric has it has a naturally occurring, it's a natural chemical compound called curcumin. A lot of people have heard of curcumin. So people ask me, what is they think curcumin and turmeric is, yes, I would say it's two different things. Curcumin is that yellow, the pigment that gives turmeric that yellow or golden color. But yeah, turmeric is good for everything. Cuts, scrapes, bruises, burns. It's very healing. It's what I come across a lot, especially with my company, interacting with customers. People are so surprised that it's so good for your skin. So they only think that, you know, okay, you just consume it. No, it's really good for your skin. So it's anti-aging. It has a lot of anti-aging properties. It helps to clear up almost every and anything that doesn't belong on your skin. Rosacea. I had a customer, she had rosacea and it cleared up in 3 days. So sometimes even the product shocks me and all with how fast it works. What else? It's really good for like tennis elbow, trigger finger, plantar fasciitis, which is like
really plantar fasciitis, really? Yeah, that's a very
something
bad pain at the bottom of your foot, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Plantar fasciitis. You know, and even with the product, I learned of medical conditions, both minor and major, through my product. Because people like, I used it for this, or I was on chemotherapy, and you know, because one person wrote me an email and she was like, you know, my husband has cancer in his jaw, and she was telling me the spot or the area where they usually do the chemo, it does like dry out and damage his skin. So her husband started to apply it there, and the oncologist was like, why is your skin remaining the same? That's amazing. Like, you know, what are you doing? Are you putting something there? And she said, yes. And she told him, you know, it's a turmeric cream that she's using. So he was like, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. You know, he was like, that's just amazing, you know? So it gives you healthy, glowing skin. As I said, it has antioxidants in it. Helps to even your skin tone. I mean, it does so much. I mean, if you have a migraine, at least with the cream, you rub some here, which is, it's this, and I'll open it. So you'll see that yellow pigment.
I got
turmeric.
Got the one that you sent me. Look, it smells fantastic.
Yeah, and I opened it and I smelled it. But the good thing with this too is it does not stain, right?
Okay.
So even, and you just use, I don't even think I demonstrated for you, just a tiny little bit like this. This is not even a pea-sized amount, goes a long way. So this amount is like, it's enough for my 2 hands. So if you have pain in your back, knees, joints, if you feel bloated, you have a tummy ache, you rub it there, a migraine, you rub it here. In terms of my, you know, we spoke about synergy. So in terms of my personal product, I have a number of products that work really well together, inspired by ingredients from the Caribbean. Which
I've got your lavender honey as well too. That smells amazing.
Yeah, so lavender is really healing. It's lavender and manuka honey. So manuka honey it's a natural antiseptic. It's antibacterial. The lavender, it's really good for your emotions, your mood. Lavender is really healing. It's calming. It's soothing. So all my products, you could use it on babies, adults, people with sensitive skin. I also have, like, now it's bug season. So I have a natural bug repellent.
Oh, I'd be so interested in that. I got to look at the website for that. Wow.
So it has 4 natural active ingredients. So lemongrass, lavender, rosemary, and neem. And this too, you just a tiny little bit rub it in the palm of your hands and spread it on the full length of your 2 hands and legs. So neem oil, it's actually, I think originally from India. Neem oil is antifungal, antibacterial. People even use it as a natural insect repellent. So it's like a broader spectrum insect repellent for every and any bug. But it's also amazing for your skin. People use it on their skin, in their hair. So it's antifungal and antibacterial.
On some of the stuff like the lavender honey antiseptic cream. When I see antiseptic, I'm like, man, I got to save this in my medicine cabinet until I get like a burn or something. Can I apply this daily as just a part of like, I don't know, like a skincare regimen? Is that what you're advocating as well too? Yeah, that's that one right there. Or any of these.
Yeah, so you could use it. You could use it as chapstick. You could use it any part of your body that's dry. Rashes, cuts, scrapes, bruises, burns, sunburns as well. It has not only manuka honey, but aloe vera gel. So very soothing and healing. So yeah, you could use it on any part of your body.
It blows me away. You're talking about like bug spray, and growing up as a kid, we had DDT, and you have off, and you have all these things you put like, and your skin. Like I watch so many women throughout the decades go to stores, you know, and they'll get the latest cream for whatever for anti-aging, and I'm like, oh, you know what? And I've always been on the impression that, well, if you change your food, it's going to change out what the toxins are going to be expelled through your skin. So we'll start with the inside. But as time goes on, I'm also very aware of, we absorb things through our skin.
Through our skin, yes. Right. Yes, so you have to be so careful because even like with this cream, in terms of pain relief, so the way how this works is you rub it on the area that's affecting you, whether it's for a skin condition or for pain relief. You get pain relief within 2 minutes when you rub this on your skin. So it is absorbed into your skin, into your bloodstreams, your tissues, muscles. So if you have muscle pain, nerve pain, joint pain, it gets to that within 2 minutes. So that goes to show how, you know, your skin, you have to be so careful what you put on your skin. Because it does, to some degree, some of it does end up, you know, the molecules in this, it's the way how it was formulated. And it was formulated to work really, really fast. So within 2 minutes or less, you get pain relief. So once you feel that sensation, it's basically detoxifying. It's helping your body release inflammation. What happens to that inflammation that it's releasing, unlocking from your tissues and bloodstream, like when you go to the bathroom, you sweat, however you release toxins, that's when it'll come out. So it's more than just, it's different from a painkiller, where a painkiller, you have to keep taking it over and over and over. This gets to the root source of the problem. It's more kind of like, you know, it's very healing. This lasts a long time. This will last between 6 to 9 months supply.
I can't believe how much like the little goes a long way on that. That's incredible. Yeah. So are you also saying, let's just say I don't have any pain, but I want the benefits of being detoxed. Can I use that on areas, I don't know, on my face or arms, or can you use a little?
Yes. Use it like a lotion. So use it like a lotion. So you get so many benefits. You get the detox on everything that turmeric does. So it'll be absorbed into your skin, but also your skin is getting the benefits too. So, you know, for fine lines, wrinkles, dryness, it is very hydrating and moisturizing, just because of the list of ingredients, including like aloe vera gel, perilla seed oil, very healing as well. It also protects your skin to some degree when it comes to the sun. It's definitely not a sunscreen, but it's still better to have that on, being out in the sun, rather than nothing at all.
I didn't want to tell you this the other day, but I'm gonna admit this publicly because you sent me soap. So now, you know I'm a guy, right?
Yes.
So men, we don't use a lot of hair care or skin care or anything. And I was laughing my ass off because a few months ago, do you know what you do know what Dawn detergent is, right? Like this soap. So I found in my garage of all places a gallon of industrial strength Dawn for commercial restaurants and cleaning, right? And I'm like, I don't care. A pea size will wash my entire head, hair, hands, body.
Oh my God, no.
So
you were thinking of using that?
Thinking of using it. I've been using it for the last year. So literally, the amount of money I have saved on not doing it. So, okay, I'm clearly, I take it, wash my hair with it, my beard with it, my face with it, my body with it, all this. Clearly, there's a chemical issue. Now, you sent me 3 bars of turmeric soap, and the one I opened was the turmeric charcoal soap. Is that it?
Yeah, is it the black and
black and yellow.
This one?
I'm looking on the website.
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow. I'm looking at the website. I'm gonna share it for everybody here. There is a soap page, and you sent me a tea tree lime and charcoal, turmeric wild sienna soap, and a turmeric charcoal soap. The scent of it, I've used it 2 days in a row now. A little goes a long damn way. I was worried that I'm going to have to lather and lather and lather and lather. No, the second it contacted with water, it activated. The unbelievable scent. I was like, oh, this is worth it alone. It's so, like, it's just, you said calming, 100%. It is just soothing and calming, but at the same time, I'm energized. And again, I'm absorbing this into my body. What are we doing with soap now going into hair, skin, sensitive areas of your body, porous areas? How beneficial is that to even wash with a turmeric soap?
Oh, so it's so good. So the ingredients that are in my soaps, you could use it on sensitive areas, your hair. You could use it as a shampoo bar, right? As I said, turmeric before, it's really good for your skin. The one that you were speaking about, the one you opened, it's the scent is sandalwood. So sandalwood is very grounding.
Right. Yeah,
it's calming. So even the scent, a lot of thought was, even the scent, it's therapeutic, right? The turmeric soaps for a lot of skin conditions, psoriasis, eczema, acne. But taking a bath or a shower with my soaps, it's an experience. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it is an experience. It's an emotional experience because the bars are very, I mean, I know that people make, goat milk soaps and there's different soaps out there. The bars do have goat milk in them, but they have ingredients such as aloe vera gel, shea butter, chia seed gel. Are you familiar with chia seeds?
Nothing. I've never used anything that's natural. You asked me flat out, have you ever used natural soap? I'm like, no. You send me 3 bars to try. I try the first one, and I'm in the shower, and the smell is what got me, right? Because scent is such it's such a powerful
thing. It's a powerful thing.
I'm in the shower, and I'm like, this is just awesome. And I could not believe it. And then I was honestly insanely impressed with the amount that lathered up because I put it in a loofah to clean myself off. And I'm like, this is a lot of reaction from a little bit of contact. And I just was like, wow. And I'm sure it's not placebo, but my mind, I'm going, oh, it's just a placebo. Somebody sent you a gift.
No,
it smells good.
It's an experience. It's an experience in the shower.
Yeah.
It's an experience in the shower. It ladders up so fast because of the amount of hydrating. So they're also the soap bars are very hydrating and moisturizing. I mean, you could shower with it. It doesn't strip your skin. Like the commercial soaps, they strip your skin of all the moisture. These soaps, it cleanses, it cleans, but it also hydrates and moisturizes. Some people say, like if I'm in a hurry, I don't need to put on lotion, right? So even I'm cringing with hearing that you use that other soap because I'm like, oh my God, he's just drying out his skin. He's just aging his skin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it has like, if you put like chia seeds, I mean, for those who know about chia seeds, if you put chia seeds has omega 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids. So you even have that in the soap as well, where if you put it in water, if it's activated by water, it forms a gel. it gels up kind of like aloe vera gel, which is really good for your skin. Aloe vera gel has proteins, it has minerals, vitamins, nutrients for your skin. So the chia seed gel as well, the water activates it. So the bathing with the soap, it's like bathing in ice cream. That's the best way I could, sum it up. So it's safe for kids. I have a very pretty soap here, which kids gravitate towards. It's a mango, papaya, and guava. And I do put the real fruit in here. So it has real mango, papaya, and guava in there. Yeah. This one is strawberry tomato. It has real strawberries and real tomatoes. So the fruit acids and everything, it's really good for your skin. It helps to, brighten your complexion if you have age spots, acne, even your skin tone. It also has, tomato has lycopene, which is a really good antioxidant for your skin. I have a turmeric and hemp soap, so really good for psoriasis, eczema. I have lemongrass, lavender, rosemary soap. So those of you who have oily skin, you have blotchy skin, turmeric and wild senna. So some of my soaps, let's say the turmeric and wild senna, the wild senna I actually get shipped to me from Trinidad, directly from Trinidad, because so my mom, she gets it. My cousin, he gets it from the forest. She dries it, she sun dries it, and she breaks it down, and then she ships it over to me. So I have the wild senna, I have bitter melon that I get from the Caribbean as well, those herbs. So wild senna, we usually use it internally back home as a purge, a cleanser. This is one of the plants we use. So I put it in the soap. So for your skin, it has antifungal and antibacterial properties. Right? The bitter melon, that is also that is a bitter herb. So the leaf, it's a blood cleanser as well. So it really helps to purify your blood in terms of your skin. What it does, I remember growing up as a teenager having acne, we would just pick the plant and we would take some soap. We would grab some soap, rub the plant, the leaves on the soap to lather, and then we would wash our face with it, or any part of our body that has acne. And it's amazing what happens. So like once you finish wash, and like if you have whiteheads or blackheads, what the bitter melon does, like something in the plant just pushes up. Like, how some teenagers, they squeeze acne. It just pulls out any impurities. So it would usually come to the surface. And then your skin would clear up so fast within a matter of days.
It blows me away. It's our diet too out here. It's so bad how bad we're poisoning. What was the?
It does start internally.
There's clearly a passion for this. And there's an endless.
There is.
Well, I want to talk about that. I mean, you've got an endless client base in the United States for people who everyone needs your product. Everyone does. So what was the mindset? What made you say, all right, I need to start this business and I need to get my knowledge and my passion and my product out to the people? What was the point where you got there?
Well, for me, I started it on a small scale before I left Trinidad. And, I just packed up and, after being in business in Trinidad for like about 6 to 8 months, moved over here. I didn't start back business right away. It was just a new country, a new lifestyle. I was getting acclimated. And I realized when it came to business, it's just so much different here. So, like back home, you make a product, you go to the markets, you sell. Here, depending on what products you make, you have to get licenses. You have to, you have to do things a certain way, depending on how big you want to get. So I didn't start right away. I was just getting acclimated to the weather. That was a hard one for me. Because when I first moved here, I moved to Cleveland, Ohio, never experienced snow.
Welcome to snow.
So that was hard until I moved somewhere that was much warmer. I think probably my 4th year living in the US, I just wanted more, the lifestyle was different. I just wanted more time and freedom. And I didn't want to work for anybody, coming from, more, it's just a faster pace of life. I just wanted to be in control of my time, my freedom. I'm like, and I had a passion for it. I missed it. So I'm like, you know what? Let me start back, making stuff. I clearly saw a need for it, especially, even like with the repellent, when you go to the store and like I'm reading these ingredients, because the thing is, I am a mom, right? And when I'm reading these ingredients, I'm like, I don't want to put this on my, on my daughter's skin. I don't want to put this on my kid's skin because I'm into products and I look at my dad, I read ingredients. And some of these things I know it's not really good for like, I don't want to call any particular brand, but most of the commercial repellents, it has a lot of, chemicals in it that's, it's really not good for your skin. I mean, the actual thing that's the repellent, it's a chemical. So it's a chemical scent that's, you put on your skin, but whereas this is a natural scent that repels.
I have always thought, I'm not downplaying other cultures, but I've thought that, my God, there are other cultures on other continents that probably have worse mosquito problems or whatnot than we do, right? Like malaria was really big in the 60s and God knows how long over in Africa. Don't you think that the Africans probably had a natural way of dealing with that? They didn't spray DDT chemicals on themselves. So it blows me away how we really do not care about our health in the Western world. We just don't compared to what other cultures do.
I think part of it too is on what I've discovered is, it's about making money. Number one, some companies want to make a lot of money, and also it's just the knowledge that, unfortunately, that's all people know. Like now, I find that, to be honest, people they have more information on different cultures, different plants, different things that work, even if it's not indigenous to the US, right? So I feel like the American culture is more slowly moving in that direction. They're very open to learning, especially. It's just that they don't know. They don't know. Some people don't know.
We're kept ignorant, right? It's good for you.
Yes, it's normal. It's just normal what they've been doing all the time.
My cycle with milk, cow's milk. Like as a kid, it was milk is good for your bones and grow and you need milk. And then we had this very big campaign in the 90s of milk. It does a body good. And then in the early 2000s, it was, no, milk is very, very bad for humans, this and that stuff. So I stopped drinking it. But then when I did drink it as an adult, I would get acid reflux. And then now I started drinking more fatty milk. Like instead of 2%, I would drink whole milk because I am on that carnivore diet and I want an increase in fats and calories, protein. And I love the taste of milk. So when I started drinking the whole milk, which was not, down to 2%, I'm like, I actually feel better. I don't get, so the science behind what Americans believe in, it's all over the place. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
And
even for me, milk gives me pain, like inflammation.
Yeah. Right.
Regular milk.
Right. I want to talk about starting for health because, all right, clearly you've got this great product line and it's islandturmeric.com. I had to be educated. If you go to Island Turmeric, it's TURMERIC. It's not TUM. It's turmeric. Make sure you check that out and we'll pull it up the website again.
It's turmeric. People say TU.
Yes.
They spell it TUMERIC, but it's TUR. It's a Hindi word, turmeric. So www.islandturmeric.com. You can follow me on Instagram. It's island.turmeric. I'm also on Facebook, Island Turmeric, my Facebook page. I'm on TikTok, but I'm hardly ever on TikTok, which is, Island Turmeric.
Good to know. So when people start, right, they see this, they're like, man, I want to try the product, this, that, and your prices are extremely, extremely competitive and reasonable. What do you suggest? So somebody, and again, let's take just general health. When the general health of Americans is probably three things. They want more energy, they want to look better, and they want to sleep better. So let's start with those three things. If somebody was going to use your products in conjunction with changing a diet lifestyle, right? You just eating better and trying to work out more so you get more sleep. What would you suggest people introduce into their body with your product?
Oh, definitely. To me, the number one product is definitely the turmeric. As I said, there are over 100 uses and skin benefits, even internal benefits as well when it comes to the turmeric, because I feel like the majority of diseases, ailments, I mean, unless you get a cut or something, it boils down to inflammation, cancer, pain, you name it. Any skin condition, it boils down to inflammation, right? So definitely the turmeric. If you have any problems like with allergies, decongestion, cold, flu, I do have a rub as well, way better than Vicks Vapor Rub. For decongestion, if you have a cough, you rub it on your throat. So definitely the turmeric in conjunction with, if you want to use like to make teas. I think if you're a tea drinker, you could start with teas. It's very simple. I mean, you just simmer 1 teaspoon. I mean, just keep in mind that herbs are very concentrated and strong. Just the rule of thumb is 1 teaspoon of most or any type of herb to 8 ounces of water. So you simmer for 5 minutes, you leave to steep for 5 minutes, and you could drink it just like that or with a little honey, right? So you could start with teas, or you could do juices. What I do a lot of is I use a lot of sea moss. So sea moss is so good. Mm-hmm. It gives you a lot of energy. Me personally, I don't have sea moss. I don't sell sea moss, but you could look it up online. I would suggest St. Lucian sea moss from the Caribbean. It has all the essential minerals, vitamins that the human body needs. If you're low on energy, excellent. It helps to detox as well. It kind of binds inflammation, toxins, kind of like how charcoal works. That is another good product as well. In terms of, your skin internally and externally, this is really, really good. Skincare internally. Yeah, it just depends on the ailment. Like I could recommend, you definitely, you start internally. Internally is like one of the most important things. A small step is to try and move away from processed foods. That's another step.
Does changing a person's diet and drinking more water help the power of your product? Meaning, if I ate McDonald's and drank Diet Coke 24/7 and I use your product, do you think that if I changed my diet to a healthier diet with more water, that your product would work far superiorly because now I'm both attacking inside and outside at the same time?
Yes, definitely. I mean, if you have pain and your diet is horrible and you rub the turmeric cream on, you will get, pain relief, but it's kind of like, it'll be like a vicious cycle. You keep eating that stuff and then, you're using the cream. Once you make changes like anything else, it would work so much better, so definitely.
On your site, you have bath salts. I've heard of those before. What are those?
Yeah, the bath salts, they have like, some of them have, it's Epsom salt, Dead Sea salt. So those you put it in a tub and you soak in it. So you get, magnesium is absorbed through your skin. So if you're tired and achy, yeah.
I heard most Americans are massively lacking in magnesium.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're tired, achy, and even depending on the type of salt, because I know one of them, it has the Himalayan pink salt and one has Dead Sea salt, those different salts have different trace minerals that, really help with sore muscles. And apart from, your muscles and skin, the aromatherapy aspect, it's it's relaxing, it's energizing, it does help you with your mood as well. Just like the soap. Just you're standing in the shower and using the soap, but the bath salts, you're laying in the tub and you're soaking in water. So, just the water and soaking in it, that's just extra therapy.
I'm very curious because I keep hearing that lavender is phenomenal for sleep. So what I want to do is I want to wash my face before I go to bed today, and then I want to put on the lavender honey antiseptic, and I want to see how that goes because the smell is absolutely fantastic. Oh, and if it's going to be calming one. And aromatherapy is, I'm a straight guy, man, but I like this stuff as well, too. Like I said, I'm in the shower using that soap. I'm like, man, this smells so damn good. Island Turmeric, islandturmeric.com. Remember the spelling of turmeric. I'm pulling the website up here again for people to wind up seeing. If you're listening on the podcast, it's Island, ISLAND, turmeric, TURMERIC.com. The products I just received on Monday, and I am a big fan. I've been using it for 2 days. I don't know if there's anything, but I like, number one, based on what I was doing, where I know purposely I'm poisoning my skin with an industrial chemical soap for restaurants versus natural soap that's good for the human body. I know there's going to be a difference, and I already noticed in the scent, but I was really, really impressed from a consumer's point of view with how just a little goes a long way. So impressive.
So baths last a long time. And hey, listen, you are human, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're gay, you're straight, or whatever. You're human. We all need therapy, mental therapy for our skin, So it doesn't matter.
What are there anything new? Is there anything new on the horizon for Island Turmeric? Are you going to be looking at any new products that are in development or anything?
Yes. So I started developing a line of teas, especially even people in my community. Oh my God, when it's cold and flu season, when they have bad cough. So teas definitely. And I'm definitely looking to get into the hair care side of it as well, natural hair care products.
That's got to be huge. Yeah. That in itself, both those are big, and I'm so tired. Like I said, I'm almost 50, and it's just damn well that you got a backache, you take some Tylenol or Advil, and you're going to feel it in the next couple of hours, anyways. I was kind of sold on the idea of natural health years and years and years ago when somebody told me that clove extract is phenomenal for like tooth pain. And I had a bad toothache, and I put that on. I was like, oh my God, it's gone. When I started seeing that, I'm like, how much are we being lied to about the availability of what's really, really good for us? When it comes down again, and I want to beat a dead horse on this, specifically on the turmeric cream. You had talked about when we first started talking, and I want to just come back to this point to kind of pull it together. If it's just me and I see this and I see it says antiseptic, I'm going to use it when I'm in pain or whatever. But we know that consistency is a key. Benefits. There has to be a benefit. Even if somebody is not in pain, there is a benefit to purchasing your turmeric, applying it, using it for preventative measures.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
So even with the food I eat, or sometimes things I consume, I tried, my diet isn't 100%, but it's at least 70 to 80% good. Right. So I try to live from, and it's not too difficult for me because just culturally, we live from a preventative standpoint. So, even with the turmeric cream, if you want to get any product, it's preventative, rub it on your skin, your face, like a lotion, you get the benefits internally as well as externally. And one thing I want to mention about that too, I have customers who, when I'm actually out, I do like events and shows where I physically go out and sell products. So people are always so surprised, I realize a lot of Americans recognize turmeric when they see my banner.
Right.
So a lot of people love turmeric and they're familiar with it. And I hear them say, "Oh, I take turmeric pills," and I'm like, it's good. That's amazing, So, sometimes I ask them, well, what do you take it for? Some people say general health, or they have like an injury or whatever. And they are curious to find out, okay, what do you sell in turmeric? Because they like turmeric crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them, well, if you have a particular part of your body, you get pain relief within 2 minutes if you rub it on. Most times they don't believe me. So usually I have a sample. I said the difference between taking an oral pill, I was like, first of all, I don't like to take pills, right? So this is really convenient for someone who does not like to take pills. And I said the thing with that is you have to take it consistently for over a period of time to really feel results with pain relief. When it comes to the cream, which is really convenient, it's more economical as well. It's more affordable compared to the pills. Usually with the pills, you pay, who knows, probably $30 or whatever, and probably it lasts you about 1 month to 2 months. This lasts you minimum 6 months, 9 months. Some people have it after a year, right? I tell them, you rub it on that area, you get relief within minutes. In terms of the oral stuff, it works. You have to be consistent and take it for over a period of time to really feel, to get the results that you're looking for. Some people say, I don't feel like it works. And I tell them to the quality of turmeric, because some of these companies, they're selling it, but they have fillers. It's the quality of turmeric. Right. They don't only have turmeric in there, and I suspect from maybe some of them too, maybe they don't put all the ingredients that they have there, depending on the rules, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So you have to be careful too as well, the quality, the milligrams. You have to pay attention to that as well. And then, kind of like my formulation, it's a mixture of, it has turmeric, it has black pepper, which helps your body to absorb the turmeric even faster. So that's why it works so fast, right? You get maximum absorption. It has like nutmeg oil. So nutmeg is, it's from the Caribbean. Nutmeg has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. Perilla seed oil is from the Amazon rainforest. So I have a number of ingredients working together with the turmeric to really give you fast, effective results.
What is it pronounced? Fibromyalgia and arthritis community, they absolutely need your product.
Yes, so it's really good for fibromyalgia. I have customers using it for that. Also, interestingly enough, I have people coming to me who use CBD products. I have people switch from CBD products too as well, because this is 4 ounces. So 4 ounces of CBD compared to this. Yeah. Yes. So this in CBD would probably cost you anywhere from $80 to $100 or even more, right? This is $40, 40. I know my accent shows off people sometimes, right? And it works even faster. So I have people who are like, well, I started using CBD and it doesn't work. I don't really believe that it doesn't work. I believe it works, but I think what the problem is regulation, because some companies are selling CBD products and there's no proper regulation to say, okay, it has this amount of natural chemical compound that would help with pain relief or whatever you're using it for. And they have it so exorbitantly expensive and it's not effective. So in terms of the quality of the product, I think that is where the problem comes in. Yeah, and then some people just end up switching. They're like, okay, they feel it on the spot and I have repeat customers.
We talked about for those who are in like government work who are afraid of CBD, they're like, I can't take it because it's going to show up on a drug test. Well, okay, this is a clear alternative for that as well too. It's a clear alternative for that because it's turmeric. Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
I have people in law enforcement, people in the military, because where I'm at in Texas, we have a lot of military bases. So a lot of them guys who do workout, if you do any sort of, karate, gymnastics, for sore muscles. I even have massage therapists using it as well in their practice. Even I know I met one time a naturopathic doctor who bought one. He was like, let me try it on some of my patients, in the clinic. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's good for every.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to this. Island Turmeric. Remember the RTURM .com. This is we're going to definitely have you on again to talk more about your business. But remember, that's islandturmeric.com. Go and support small businesses. I have this product. I have several of them. I've got a couple creams. I've got several bars of soap. I've already used one. I think it's fantastic. The scent alone is worth it. The price point is friggin' incredible. You can't get this stuff anywhere else at this price point. So go and support small businesses. Remember, if you do have a small business you want to promote, you want to have a conversation and get in front of our audience and tell us about your passion behind it, get a hold of me, 708-982-0974. That's 708-982-0974. Don't forget to join us for the live show, Monday through Friday, noon Central, 1 Eastern, where we cover everything all over the spectrum. We entertain you, we engage you, and we educate you on the worldly events that are must up out there. Amala, thanks for joining today. Appreciate the hell out of your time. And
thank you for having me.
Oh, it's going to be great. All right, guys, you have a great damn rest of your night. Make sure you share this content. Again, if you know somebody who's got a small business, pass along my number. Say you got to get on there, talk about your business. So go out there, do that good stuff for other people. Remember, help people. It's the best thing you do for yourself. But if you can't help them, just do not hurt them. It's as simple as that. Have a great damn night, guys. See you tomorrow for more of the Rants of Izzo show here on Spreey Media.